So I just watched Tahu vs Death Battle and I stand by my claims from the short. It's more important that Bionicle got the recognition in the first place, and obviously Bionicle fans uh, like me won't probably be happy that Tahu lost, but let's be honest, if Kai would lose, then Ninjago fans wouldn't be happy. So it's a fruitless endeavor to determine something like that. I want to talk about what I liked and what I disliked. So let's start with the positives. I do like the animation. I was wondering what will we get, and stop motion animation was a nice call. Plus, I can say it was not bad. Definitely some one put a lot of effort into it. Kai's model especially was nicely done, as it definitely was a made specifically for this. After all, Tahu, you just take the set and you have it. Meanwhile, with Kai, you do have to make something from the ground up. I also like the setting on an island, um, in a nod to Bionicle's original setting, but also mentioning by Kai merged lands, a nice touch. I did like the VAs for Tahu, VA for Tahu. I did not expect the voice he had, but only other voices we had were from G2 Journey to 1, which wouldn't fit this version even more. And the G1 version is Scott McNeil. How do you best Scott McNeil advising? So yeah, that was probably. I do have to admit the voice I did liked. Kai's VA was okay, but in-show portrayal has 15 years of being drilled into my head, so I can't compare it fairly without some of my just being adapted to a official voice biases. I also like the Dragon Rider chick, even if he never did something like that in the show, but it was a nice spectacle. Also, Tahu absorbing Kai's flames, as it is something he could do. So the animation was nice, the setting was nice, the models were fine, the VAs did an alright job, can say not, and yeah, what is good, and I don't really need to feel a need to touch those points. So let's get to some negatives. I mean, for me, and let's just be mean. Let's just be mean. Now to the negatives. Why? So I will start with something turbo petty, but they kept showing G2's Tahu. Meanwhile, Tahu we saw was, well, G1 Tahu. So it did smell a bit unprofessionally for me. Also, Lua, never heard of the guy. I heard of Liwa, but Lua, no, sorry. But fine, fine. What I really didn't like was portrayal of powers in case of both combatants. So let's get to this. In, in Kai's case, he had a season 1 appearance, meanwhile saying things related to Dragon's Rising and using dragon form from Crystallized. So yeah, this is a problem I also had with Ben 10's fight when skill set does not match the appearance, but I do understand that I wanted to use the most popular ones, so I technically can't berate them for that, but there's still just something in me that wants to. I didn't like. Oh my god! Oh my god! I did not like when he said spinjitzu to do, well, spinjitzu. It does seem a bit petty, but like, come on, that's quite a trademark that ninja go, say ninja go when, doing spinjitzu. It's like, why? It's like in anime calling your attack names. And like technically ninja do have that, and it's called spinjitzu. Whatever. Also, him performing a spinjitzu burst. So Kai never used spinjitzu burst, called it, and Nia kinda did that, but Kai not. I don't say he couldn't. He did have environment on his side to do it, because it's like spinjitzu, but you have to, but special when you are surrounded by your element. So in Volcano, technically, he could do that. He never did that in the show. We don't know, could he like pull it off? So that was reaching, because obviously I think it was a spinjitzu burst. I think, I hope it was, because if not, then I am making a fool out of myself. At the same time, I am a guy who did screw up footage in one of my reviews, so whatever. What I'm trying to say is that it just wraps me in a wrong way. Um, Also, Kai is faster than lightning. Sorry, but no. They show Jay's lightnings, lightning powers shooting from his hands, um, and Jay's lightnings never did behave like a real lightning, being not nearly as fast as a real deal lightnings. Also, Ninjago often excuses itself with real world logic, and yeah, those lightnings are one example of that. Also, I don't recall from the show ever ninja being able to dodge motherfucking lightnings, and they are like one of the fastest things in the world. Also, there was one character in the show that was a speedster, and Kai was often caught off guard by him, being fast. So I don't think he does have that much of a fast reflexes. So yeah, I don't think he is as fast as they make him out to be. And lastly, they said he battled Narakan, and was able to put up a fight. No, Kai did battle Narakan and failed miserably, being captured. Ninja only defeated Narakan because Jay had one last wish, and he wished for Narakan's lamp to be never found, and doing whole season in a actual combat. Ninja never were able to defeat Narakan, so and he is definitely one of the strongest foes they face, being reality warper at the very end of the series, so of his season. So yeah, I don't think this is that's not even something we can give him to. Even if you would want to say that Ninja defeated him, it wasn't even Kai, it was Jay, and it was a block convenient one wish, not a actual fight, not something that could be replicated with Tahu. So yes. Now to Tahu. So first, him turning from Mata to Nuba via volcano lava. Sorry, but not. It never happened. What gave to Amata Nuva powers was energized protodermis, which wasn't shown there. Next, the fact he used Vaki, Mask of Time in Mata form, when in story he only used it in, the Nuva form. Also, just him going through his three notable forms, Mata, Nuva, and then Golden Armor, just like that. That was weird for me. Probably, obviously, they just wanted to squeeze those three in, but for me, it came out a bit sloppy. So yeah. Also, to use Mask of Time, you have to be really focused. You have to be stationary focused, and I don't think It's easy to be focused when you are falling into volcano mid-flight. Uh, I I don't think it's would be plausible. I did not like when they said Tahu was slower because he turned Nuva, which granted him Kakama Nuva, a mask of speed that in power gives Flash around for his money. Th- that was not meant to be a pun. Oh well. And Kai never faced off against, allegedly, never faced off against a like turbo fast opponent, so I think Kakama Nuva with its speed so fast it melts Sentinel Glass would probably really cut him off guard big time. And I did not like when they said Tahu had smaller firepower than Kai, as I said he could absorb Kai's flames, and they what he should do was stockpile, because he could stockpile to a certain point the flames, and then he should just add a bit of his and just burst it all, frying Kai at the spot. And lastly, a really long delivery, a really long digression, a Nova Blast. Why Tahu? Well, Tahu never performed the move in lore. Jaller attended to, but ended up not doing that. But ultimately, Jaller did not use that move. Also, Tahu performed it while wielding the golden armor when he did had and he did that in lore. The boost from the armor and the power of all the Kreata was enough to use that elemental firepower he had, and that resulted in decimation of Makuto's Rakshi army. One more time, that him, just with the golden armor, was enough to decimate a army of Rakshi. A army so big it gave a run for all the characters within the Grey Spirit Robot, including characters like Artaka or Matanui, Miserix, Brutak, all the big and powerful characters, even other Tawamata and even Tekunuva. So he just wore the armor, and that's how much they saw him. And after that, he did not die. Actually, I'm not even sure that the move he performed was a Nova Blast. And why did he use that? Nova Blast actually seems like an overkill. He had a golden armor and he was able to decimate an army with it. So, like, why go overboard when you have enough? And how did Kai survive that? He already depleted his dragon form, if I'm correct. And in show, when Ninja used up all the power within the dragon forms they hadn't crystallized, uh, it rendered them powerless for a time. So Kai should lose powers and be unprotected from things like heat in the volcano, and the power of the blast that eliminated a whole army. And it should end up like you know Indiana and the Lost Ark, the scene from Indiana and the Lost Ark, which one I am talking about. And one more time, this is not preachy. I am not trying to be preachy. I am just trying to use what I do know of lore of both the series and make some sense out of it for me. Yeah. So, summary. Ultimately, what happened, and a child inside me died as one of their heroes was murdered by another of this child's heroes. Yeah. But I am happy Bionicle got a minute in the spotlight, even if in this way, maybe this will give it some new notoriety on YouTube, outside of, like, pockets of Bionicle fandom. At least we were able to hear once again a legend of Bionicle. So yeah, that will be all for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. You may leave a comment or subscribe, and see you next time when Winds bring back here. This.